Newsflash, models are skinny. What do you got?
Yes, but they're unhappy.
I was crying one night, just sobbing, thinking about exactly what, I want to eat again. And then all of a sudden I heard like a voice tell me, you can leave.
The glamorous world of modeling. No one said it would be easy, but abusive and dangerous, that's what some of the highest paid models are claiming in an explosive lawsuit against some of the top agencies in the industry.
Hi! Hi! How are you? Good, how are you?
I wanted to learn more about the catwalking life, so I headed to Astoria where I met up with Katie and Meg McCabe, a set of twins who spent most of their teens trying to break into the industry. Both say they were driven to the industry by the CW hit America's Next Top Model and decided to do everything they could to break into the mold. But a slightly different waist size by 1 inch left one of them signed by a top agency and the other finishing high school at home in Connecticut. Katie says, and that's the one who wasn't signed.
When you're that young, you shouldn't be standing with like a measuring tape, like trying to figure out what your size is,
Right.
But that's what we were doing, like at that age, just trying to like get our foot in the door to these places.
At 17, Meg was signed and for the next 2 years walked the runway. She moved into a model house where she saw the eating disorders had begun to define the industry.
Like one girl would, for food for the day, she would have a cup of tea and then she would chop an apple into cubes and then eat the cubes of apple on a plate with a fork. I mean, I was bulimic, so I was eating things and throwing up, but I actually was still hardly eating anything. I would like throw up Diet Coke.
She describes the immense pressure these models feel to fit into the clothes. She also details the long unpaid shoots they're subjected to because it's all about exposure at the end of the day.
If I was a mature adult in the fashion industry, I think I would have put my own well-being first and said, you know what, I'm freaking starving right now because I need to eat.
But instead, she felt the pressure and didn't say anything.
And that was the strangest human experience of my life, was this feeling of being immediately replaceable.
But this is a societal problem. I mean, they're only doing what the fashion houses want them to do. And did anyone twist these young women's arm to force them to go into modeling? I mean, isn't modeling, if you get there, if you make it, a great gig?
They're chasing that dream. The top 21 models made almost $200 million last year.
I was just reading an article about a model who literally was pulling out her teeth so she wouldn't eat, so she would look thinner. I mean, this is a real...
That's the point.
That is insane. If you don't like it and if you can't take it, get out.
You like
He did it
finish
in
your
Elf.
point.
He was eating cotton balls.
The point is the pressure to get through these industries, the pressure to look a certain way, that is a societal issue that needs to be addressed. It's not just these girls that are in danger. It's the girls that are looking at these girls.
We live in a false sense of this world of everything is sterile and it's all the corporate HR rules, and the reality is most of the world is simply just not like that. It's rough and tumble and it's difficult, and every once in a while something like this pops up, but the reality is I don't blame the agency. They're responding to the market. People are buying the clothes.